Teaching your dog to express their needs politely is an integral part of dog training that contributes to a harmonious living situation. Dogs have various needs, from wanting to go outside for a potty break to seeking attention or food. Training your dog to communicate these needs politely rather than through destructive behavior or excessive barking ensures a peaceful coexistence with your pet. Understanding your dog's signals. The first step is to understand your dog's natural way of communicating. Pay attention to their body language and vocalizations. They may already have polite ways of asking for things without you realizing it. Consistent responses. Once you identify how your dog requests things, respond consistently. If you want your dog to use a particular signal, like sitting by the door to go outside, always acknowledge and respond to that behavior promptly. Positive reinforcement. Use treats, praise, and petting to reinforce polite requests. If your dog sits quietly by their food bowl around mealtime, for instance, reward that calm behavior by feeding them. Teach specific cues. Train your dog to perform specific behaviors to communicate their needs. For example, you can teach your dog to ring a bell hung by the door when they need to go outside. Reward the dog for using the bell, and immediately take them out to reinforce the behavior. Ignore demand behavior. If your dog is barking, scratching at the door, or jumping up, ignore these behaviors. Giving attention to these actions can reinforce them. Wait until your dog is calm before addressing their needs. Practice patience. Teach your dog to wait calmly. Before you meet their needs, ask them to sit and wait for a short period. Gradually increase this duration over time. Scheduled routines. Having a routine can help your dog know when to expect certain things, like meals and walks. This predictability can reduce anxiety and the need for your dog to ask for these things. Quiet timeouts. If your dog is overly insistent or rude in their behavior, use a quiet timeout. This is not punishment, but a chance for them to calm down. Make sure their timeout space is a safe, comfortable area. Avoid reinforcing negative behavior. It's easy to accidentally reinforce negative behaviors. If you give in to barking or pawing because it's easier than dealing with a loud or insistent dog, that behavior will continue. Stay firm in requiring polite behavior for rewards. Desensitization and counterconditioning. For dogs that bark excessively, work on desensitizing them to the stimuli that trigger the barking and countercondition them to respond differently. This could involve training your dog to go to a specific spot and wait quietly. Meet their needs. Ensure your dog's basic needs for exercise, mental stimulation, and companionship are met. A dog that has plenty of activities is less likely to engage in attention-seeking behavior. Communication through toys. Some dogs can be taught to bring specific toys to communicate their needs. For instance, a rope toy could mean they want to play tug, or a leash could signal a walk. Clicker training. Clicker training can be an effective way to shape polite behaviors. Click and treat the behavior you want, such as sitting quietly or laying down when they want something. Calm greetings. Train your dog to greet you and others calmly. If they jump up or become overexcited when you arrive home, for instance, ignore them until they settle down. Only give attention and greetings when all four paws are on the ground and they are calm. Teach speak and quiet commands. Teaching your dog to speak on command allows you to also teach them to be quiet. Reward quiet behavior after barking when given the command, which can help control when and how much they bark. Mental challenges. Incorporate mental challenges into their routine to keep their mind occupied and satisfied. Puzzle feeders. Hide-and-seek games with treats and new tricks can redirect their need for attention into more constructive activities. Respect signals. Learn to respect your dog's signals for needing space, too. Sometimes dogs will go to their crate or bed when they want to be alone. Respect this signal and let them have some time to themselves. Leadership. Be a confident leader for your dog. Dogs are more likely to be calm and polite when they see their owner as a strong leader who can handle any situation. Model calm behavior. Dogs often mirror their owner's emotions. By remaining calm, especially in situations that could potentially excite your dog, you teach them to emulate this behavior. Avoid overstimulation. Sometimes dogs act out because they are overstimulated. Be aware of your dog's limits and avoid putting them in situations that they can't handle politely until they are more thoroughly trained. Regular check-ins. Regularly assess and adjust your training techniques based on your dog's progress. Be flexible and open to trying new methods if certain strategies are not working. Consistent training. Keep training sessions short, regular, and consistent. Dogs learn best with frequent, consistent practice. Enlist help. Sometimes, you might need an outside perspective. Don't hesitate to enroll in a training class or hire a professional trainer to help teach your dog polite behaviors. Generalize behaviors. Once your dog behaves politely in one situation, practice that behavior in different settings with different people and distractions to generalize the behavior across situations. Patience and compassion. Always approach training with patience and compassion. Dogs can sense frustration, which can make them anxious and less likely to learn. Nonverbal cues. Since dogs are very responsive to body language, use nonverbal cues to communicate with them. For example, turning your back on jumping or barking can be a clear signal that this behavior won't get them what they want. Social training. If your dog is social, they can learn from observing other well-behaved dogs. Having play dates with dogs that express their needs politely can influence your dog's behavior. Patience and compassion. Always approach training with patience and compassion. Dogs can sense frustration, which can make them anxious and less likely to learn. By incorporating these practices into your training regimen, you can help your dog express their needs in ways that are respectful and appropriate. This not only makes living with your dog more pleasant but also strengthens the bond between you.